Hi, my name's Curtis. I'm with Bucketlist Rewards, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through a high-level look at the features and functionality of Bucketlist. So the first thing we're looking at is the Bucketlist interface, and this, of course, will be completely customized and branded with your logo, your colors. We want to make this look and feel like home for your employees. Another thing I should mention is we're truly going to come in as a partner. So if you're still thinking about the structure of your rewards and recognition solution, we have a ton of best practices that we can provide to really make this easy for you. When it comes to user navigation, all of that will take place on the left-hand side here. What we're currently looking at in the middle is the activity feed, and this is where all of your great recognitions will happen across the organization. So that can be peer-to-peer, it can be manager to employee, and it can also be acknowledgement of things like work anniversaries, milestones, life events, and much more. In addition to the activity feed, you'll be able to access things like My Profile, which will take you to your own personal accomplishments and recognitions throughout the platform. The Redeem section, which takes you into the marketplace, and we'll take a deeper look at that momentarily. There's a nomination section and much more. On the right-hand side, you're going to be able to see the user that's currently logged in and your points balances below that. So typically you'll have 2 points balances available. One available to give means how much can you use for distribution to others. And then underneath that, redeemable points means how many of you personally accumulated, which you can spend in the marketplace on some really great rewards. Underneath that, you have a ton of different options for what you might like to include. You could add a leaderboard that will show you individuals that have received the most recognition this month, or maybe the most recognitions given in a month. You can put upcoming birthdays, work anniversaries, company events, and more. Now let's get into the key functionality, the first piece of which is how to give a recognition. Now this is really easy. Along the top here, you'll see a bar that says, who do you want to recognize? You're simply going to type the name of the person that you would like to give your recognition to. And then you're going to tag them just like you do on social media. You can tag multiple people here, groups, regions, departments. It's up to you. And below that, you'll type in your meaningful recognition. So the idea is we want this to have some kind of identification of great work. So I'm going to paste in a recognition there. And then we have a few different options that open up to us. So the first is we could associate points to this recognition. You could also give a non-monetary recognition if you'd like. You can tie it back to core company values. So we'll build in your core values to the platform for you. I'll grab one of these here. And then you can add media in with your recognition as well. So you can add a photo, an emoji, or a GIF. In this case, I'm going to grab a photo and I will simply drag and drop one in. And once we're ready, we will go ahead and click post, and this will post immediately to our activity feed. So we'll be able to see who was recognized for what behavior, who gave the recognition, any media that's been posted with it. And then a comment section also opens up. So other employees can come in and comment on this post, they can like it, and much more. The next area that I want to show you is the awards area. This is a really powerful section of the Bucketlist site because you can create an unlimited number of awards to distribute to your employees. There are a few different types of awards that you can create, but really the sky is the limit. The first main type of an award would be an automated award. That's going to be for something like a work anniversary, a milestone. The great thing about this is that we can sync up with your employee data. You can award or recognize any threshold that you'd like. So maybe it'd be, annually, or maybe after 5-year, 10-year, you can create as many of these as you would like. You can determine if they're going to be worth points, or maybe you'll give a specific item from the marketplace. And once you save this, it will run on its own. So no more managing a spreadsheet of work anniversaries or hoping that somebody remembers to distribute this to your employees. This will all happen automatically on the back end. You don't have to lift a finger. The next type of award you could create is a performance-based award. And there's several great examples of this already built in. For example, if you're in the manufacturing space, maybe safety is really important to you. That might be an award you want to create. If you have a lot of frontline workers that are dealing with customers, maybe it's a customer service excellence award. It's totally up to you. You can create whatever types of awards you'd like. And if you would like some suggestions around that, absolutely, we can provide you with templates that we already have pre-built that have a number of these performance-based awards built in. I'll grab an example of a customer review award here. So you can see for any award, you're just going to give it a name, a description. You'll choose a badge. We have many, many different badges built in here. Or if you want, you can upload your own custom image for a badge using your logo or something like that. You can define if they'll be worth any points. And then a ton of options are available. So you could limit the supply. Maybe you only want to give out a handful of these per week, per month, company-wide, departmentally. Up to you. You can also add in an approval mechanism. So maybe there's one level of approval, or maybe you go through multiple channels in order to get this award approved. You can do that here too. You could attach specific items from the marketplace. You could make this open to nominations. Maybe it's a peer-based nomination award. We have a whole nomination system built into Bucketlist. You can limit by groups. So maybe only certain departments are eligible to receive this. Once you decide exactly what you want your award to look like, you simply hit save, and that will now be available for managers or people with the appropriate permission set to distribute to employees. The final type of award I'd like to cover is what we call achievements. This is a self-claimable award, and there's some really great examples of how this can incentivize behavior. So if we go back to our activity feed, at the top, there's an achievements area here. If you create an achievement award, they'll appear in this dropdown. And as a user, I can come in and say, okay, I did the survey completion. Basically, what this allows you to do is create an award that's self-claimable for your employees to say that they did a specific behavior. We see lots of great examples in the health and wellness space for this. Survey completion is also a great one. Maybe it's completed a new training course or a safety certification. There's a ton of different options you can build in. Once somebody selects this, it tells them exactly what they're claiming, what they'll receive. They can put in a description. They can submit some kind of photo or evidence that they completed this behavior. And when they hit claim, that can go up to a manager to approve. So you're basically empowering your individuals to perform a behavior and then claim the award without you having to do anything. The final thing I'd like to cover is our marketplace. So this is where you can spend all the points that you accumulate over time. We have several different categories available. The first is experiences. We have many, many, many different experiences available, all regionalized for where your employees are located. This could be everything from a private flight class to a wine tasting tour to a day at Topgolf. You name it, there's a ton of options available. So for your employees that love to get out and do experiences, we've got some great options for them. We've also partnered with several charities, so we have the ability to convert points into a donation. So if you have any folks on your team that are passionate about giving back, certainly they have the opportunity to do that within Bucketlist. Of course, we have gift cards available as well. This is a very popular area of the marketplace, and there are a ton of options available here, including things like prepaid credit cards. So if somebody wanted a simple cash equivalent, those are available. These all come through digitally, so they're fulfilled more or less instantaneously. We have a company-specific area where you can actually create whatever you like. This is really fun because you can create non-monetary rewards or things that are really important to your business. We see a lot of great ideas here, and we're happy to share some as well. But some simple ones might be a lunch with the CEO, some extra paid time off, or maybe it's VIP parking for a month. So we can build in whatever custom items that you would like in this section. We also have a really excellent swag partner. So if you don't have a swag solution today, or maybe you want to build in your existing swag, certainly you can do that here. If you are looking for a partner in the swag space, we can handle your inventory, shipping, design work, and everything you need. And then finally, a new addition we have is our direct integration with Amazon Prime. So for those of you that have used Prime at home, it's the exact same experience. You can come into Bucketlist, search for any item. It works just like Amazon Prime, and you can convert your points into a Prime purchase. That's everything I wanted to cover in a very quick, condensed version. The final thing I'll say here is, again, you are not alone in building this. We will come in as a true partner and help you build a successful program. If you want to learn more, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have an excellent day.